What was more impressive? Was it Garrett Cole or was it the Yankees offense against Shane Bieber?
I think all of the above was the most impressive part. I mean, 4 pitches in, you have DJ LeMahieu and then the big man, Aaron Boone, with a bomb to right center field to set the tone for the New York Yankees. And Garrett Cole was spectacular. Last year in his first appearance in the postseason, 15 strikeouts. This time, 11 strikeouts. Phenomenal.
Go ahead, Max.
Yeah, Aaron Judge, you meant. Yes. Yes. Listen, A-Rod, that lineup can do that to anyone. It's one of the best lineups I've ever seen. No question. But what the Yankees had when they signed Cole was something that Cashman hadn't done in years, which is either through treasure or resources in the minor leagues, whatever it was, go after the ace at the top of the staff. It's been a long time since they signed CC Sabathia, and that shortcoming showed up in the playoffs year after year. No Verlander. They tried to get Garrett Cole in the past. Now they have him, and they've matched him with Tanaka, who's a big game pitcher. Do you think that's enough to get them past the Indians?
I do. I do think is enough. And Garrett Cole is exactly what the doctor had ordered. CC Sabathia did exactly the same thing for us when he came in. We opened the new stadium in 2009. He brought us that credibility. He was an MVP-type pitcher that year. And through the postseason, he saved his best for October. The Yankees are hoping that Garrett Cole does exactly what CC did, and he's off to a great start last night.
Well, first of all, it's good to see you, my brother, as always, number one. And number two, please tell J-Lo I said, hey. Now let me get to this right now. I don't recall, Rob, what your prediction was coming into this postseason. It's been obviously a different kind of season because of the pandemic, and we get all of that. But in light of the circumstances that were taking place and what we've all had to endure coming into this postseason, who were your picks to meet in the World Series and why?
Yeah, I picked a rematch of the 1981 World Series, Yankees versus Dodgers. And I picked that because of their depth, and especially because Hal Steinbrenner invested over $300 million to bring in the game's best pitcher in Garrett Cole. He, I believe, can be the final piece, just like Sabathia was the final piece. And Mr. Stephen A. Smith, that should make you very, very happy. It's been a while.
I am
for the
very
Yankees.
happy. I'm very happy. I'm very happy about that. That's why I asked. I knew the answer.
Yankees win, Cowboys lose. It's a good day for you.
Perfect.
A-Rod, let me ask you about my other topic that I'm interested in these playoffs, because I'm just really interested in Yankees propaganda, to tell you the truth. The Miami Marlins, after Derek Jeter was just killed in the press for his handling of the Marlins. He cleared the decks. He brought in the kinds of players and coaches that he wants, including Don Mattingly to manage the team. So Jeter, a former Yankees captain, is the owner, and Don Mattingly, a former Yankees captain, is the manager. And here they are, barely above 500, whatever. They're in the playoffs. What kind of shot do they have?
I mean, first of all, I have a shot. Anyone who bets against Derek Jeter, a 5-time world champion, has to be crazy. Don Mattingly, one of the great Yankees. What I like about what Derek has done with that franchise, he's thinking long-term, not short-term. He's building data analytics. He's building a farm system. He's taking the long-term approach. They're young. They're athletic. They have 2 young pitchers that are throwing bullets. And I don't think that Mr. Jeter got enough credit for the trading Stanton and unloading over $300 million on Brian Cashman and the Yankees. I think they're going to do just fine.
Actually, he was, excoriated by my man Dan Le Batard for doing that, but we won't get into that too much. Hey, Rod, I wanted to go off the field to ask you this question because obviously when you talk about the sport of baseball, you talked about the need for the sport to really ingratiate itself with the younger generation, do things of that nature to sort of catch up with some of the other leagues. This is America's national pastime, for crying out loud. They could be doing a better job. But with this pandemic having gone on, how do you feel about this season overall, and more importantly, how Major League Baseball has handled everything in light of the pandemic and obviously the compromising situations that the sport finds itself in? What are your thoughts overall about Major League Baseball right now?
Yeah, you know, Stephen A., I don't like to give 10s because, 10s is a perfect score, but I think Tony Clark and Commissioner Rob Manfred and everyone in baseball, the players have done a phenomenal job. We were first out of the gates, a very challenging 60-game season, all these challenges, uncertainties, and it's been a spectacular season. As a matter of fact, I think the game has grown forward, and I think because of those necessities and challenges, the game is now more in the 21st century. What I like is we've had more access to players. We have some of the best players of our generation, and now we're getting to know them. They're mic'd up. We want more access. And when things open up, we like to see the clubhouses, the batting cages. The batting cages are gold. We want to see that as well. We want to see Aaron Judge and Mike Trout hitting the cages at 4 o'clock on our phones, and I think everything looks good. This postseason, this is like what is it called? March Madness. I love it. I love it. We have 8 games today. That's a Major League record. Baseball's back in 2020. May be the most special year for baseball in a long time.
No question. This 16-team playoff format's a lot of fun. We'll see if they continue it. Alex, I got to ask you this. So it's been a rough go of it for Falcons fans. I know you watch football as well. You've seen those collapse, and Bengals. I mentioned that you're calling the game, so I won't ask you to make a pick. But what are you looking for in this game with Cincinnati and Atlanta right after us here on ESPN?
Molly, I got excited because you mentioned football. I thought you were going to talk about my Hurricanes. We're 3-0. We're back.
They are.
We have 2 weeks into Clemson, so I got to enjoy it for the next 10 days.
We just had Paul Feinbaum on and saying that one of the players is a dark horse for the Heisman. So, yeah, no question. We want Canes football back. I'm with you. But, yeah, what about this matchup at 12?
Yeah, it's a really exciting matchup, Molly. What I like is this is not Bobby Cox's, Braves 1995 World Championship team. These guys are smashers. They have the best threesome in the middle of that lineup, and they hit for average and power, and is Acuna, is Freeman, and they can do it all. They have 3 or 4 guys hitting over 300, some 330, 340. So that's what you're going to expect from the Braves, smashing.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.